All right, what's going on? It is Sunday, time for our AMA. That means you guys ask me questions and we Google answers and hopefully we find the right ones. Maybe. We'll see. So we're just going to do some filler stuff like look at mining hardware and what things are currently kind of looking like while we, try to answer a bunch of you guys' questions. So it's at me and whatever you got to do to get my attention because, I never look at chat. Hopefully, we'll try not to get into too many rants today. But we'll see what happens. That's the goal anyway. Mike Baldwin. What's going on, Mike Baldwin? I see you're here. If you're here, that means you're not an ARC. What's going on? I'm just kidding. I'm bugging you. What's happening? What are you doing? What are you up to? Someone just asked. Here we go. Rahan Chatterjee. Anyone mining Dynix using SRB miner? No, not anymore. Unless you want no hash rate. Because it looks like it got severely nerfed as of the latest fix. 1.0 miner somehow magically seen a hash rate boost. I don't know what's going on there. I think there's a lot of background deals happening. There's more to the story than meets the eye. Anyway, let's just continue on here. We got Zip Pirate in the house, Chirish, Fudweiser, Team JFK, Techman, what is going on? Andres 23007, Shay Mining, what's going on? I think I said Zip Pirate, but I'll just say it again. Zip Pirate. Crypto Parks, what's going on? Black Sales, first time 13. Angelo Savannets or something. Michael Flores, what's going on? Toxic Miner, what's going down? Team JFK, Mike Baldwin. Scroll through. Oh, he says he's been around, he just doesn't speak. Interesting. He's silent. Silent mode. Just looking around is in the house. DJ Mine, 22 for Timmy. What's going on, DJ? ERT Ted. Crypto Papa, Crypto Pope, Crypto something. All right, I think we got there. Rabid, what's going on? Nothing. That's an easy question to answer. Nothing much, really. I think I go to town today, so that kind of sucks. But I hate going to town because it ruins my whole day. Town's about a half an hour away. So that means it's at least an hour of driving, just going there and back. Plus, I got to get like vape juice and things. But it's a couple hours out of my day gone. I feel like just taking that gap. Maybe I'm obsessed or something because I'm always trying to keep up to date. You see what's going on in the crypto world. I also do some stuff with the gaming channel, and then it seems like just losing a couple hours each day ruins my whole day. Gone. It's like I feel like I'm behind like so far and I'm just lost. I don't like going to town. I try to go as least amount as possible, but I think I have to go today, so that sucks. And it's Sunday, so I got a live stream. I also have to release a video tomorrow, and it's just Sunday's one of my busiest days that they ever come. Anyway, so what's going on? How's everyone doing here? Sapphire Nitro RX 6700 XT versus XFX Swift 309 RX 6700 XT. I don't know. They're both 6700 XTs. It depends on the thing. XFX did have, was it back in the 580 days? Where that's a while ago now. They had like the worst fans. They were breaking all the time, but they're pretty cheap to repair. And then I do think they got better after that, I think, and so on. Sapphire, obviously, if you have Sapphire Nitros in the mix with any AMD GPU, usually it's a no-brainer saying the Sapphire is the one to go with. It's the top-notch That's the EVGA of NVIDIA. That's how you compare them there. So, they're the top-notch AIB brand for AMD. So Sapphire, if it's the best card. It does usually come with a higher price tag, obviously. But, if you compare anything to a Sapphire, you're just going to have to say go with Sapphire. What do we got here? The best of the best. Yeah, they're the best of the best. Now, I don't know who the new best of the best for NVIDIA is going to be, though. That's going to be interesting now that, EVGA pulled out of the market. And, I don't really watch much of the main videos. I was watching an older video from Gamers Nexus the other day. It was from a year ago. It's when the 4090 first released. You guys probably all seen that one. I don't really actually watch that much YouTube, believe it or not. But, so I was watching that, and it really made me interesting. And he started putting some things together with the EVGA thing. At first we saw, it was happening. EVGA pulled out of the market when NVIDIA was doing all their, market manipulation. They were holding back GPUs so that they could keep the prices high. They're doing all sorts of crazy stuff. And then EVGA pulled out of the market for GPU making anyway. They're still making other PC components. Oh, lucky you.
We turned it in the freezer.
Ooh, got a Nymo bar. So they're still making other PC components, but then all of a sudden, they pulled out, and then I was watching that Gamers Nexus video, and he was doing the testing on the Founders Edition 4090, and EVGA obviously was the best one because, you had the best cooling solutions, they ran best coolers, they had good ball bearings in the fans, so they'd last almost forever, and so on. And then he was saying how NVIDIA, actually their Founders Edition cards had good cooling on them. It was like the first time he's ever seen it. It was amazing. And this is going to cause big issues for AIBs because the main issue about AIBs is, one, you're getting higher overclocking settings and stuff because they are boosting the clock speeds and core speeds and memory speeds and so on out of AIBs, but they're also, their main thing is they have better cooling solutions over Founders Edition cards. And he found that NVIDIA's Founders Edition was actually good on cooling and competed hand in hand with the AIBs. So maybe he was thinking, maybe that's why EVGA said, you know what, enough of this. These guys are actually making cards good on their own. There's no point of even utilizing AIBs anymore. So unless you want those higher clock speeds. But that's mostly for gamers. And the NVIDIA GPUs, the Founders Editions, are always the cheapest cards as the MSRP price. So I found that very interesting moving forward. I don't even know why I brought that up, but just because EVGA came in there, I just remembered that from, I just watched that like a couple days ago. Even though it's like over a year old video, I was like, that is very interesting actually that, NVIDIA's doing this. Will it follow suit into the 5090? That's something we're definitely going to have to pay attention to. I'm up in the air. I want to get myself a 4090. In theory, the 5090 isn't supposed to come out for a while now, but maybe it'll release next year. So, am I going to drop stupid amounts of money right now on a 4090? Because I do want one for my gaming channel, and then have a 5090 release. So I think I'm just waiting for the 5000 series in general to release, because it sounds like it may end up coming next year. It's hard to say, but if the timing is right and we see a whole new line of 5000 series, with the 5000 series, the major thing here is with the 4000 series, they didn't do anything with the memory. They just boosted all the core clocks, and they are more efficient than the 3000 counterparts, getting more hash at less amount of power used per hash there, so they're more efficient. 3000 series is already starting to look dated, but the 5000 series is also supposed to be an increase to the memory bandwidth, which could be a big deal, especially if a lot of these ETH hash coins keep continuing to pump and stuff. So, there's jazz miners and IPOLOs for that, but it is going to be, in theory, the most efficient hardware to release, on top of getting these boosts in the memory bandwidth. And they're predicting, it's usually a 10 to 15%. I think Gamers Nexus said something about they're saying, and even some tech write-up, I can't remember if it's Tom's Hardware or the other one, but they're saying it's going to be like anywhere from 70 to 100% boost the 5090 may have over the 4090, which is massive. I feel that's almost impossible, but that's huge. That's a huge gain that they're kind of predicting now instead of the normal 10 to 15%. So, I really feel the 5000 series is probably what I'm going to hold out for, and hopefully it releases next year, which is just prior to the bull run in terms of having the best hardware on the GPU side of things. Also, I run a gaming channel. But yeah, I don't know. I just have to wait and see how things happen. I'm not getting anything with the 12V HPW connector. Don't want house party. Yeah, that's very interesting. I was doing some research on that as well, and I don't know the full fundamentals on what's going on there. Yes, we have heard that those have been melting chips and everything like crazy, but a lot of them, well, it's not like all of them are, but I don't know if it depends. It sounds like it's a lot of the AIBs that were actually running into the issues. There were some Founders Editions, but just going based on comments and other things, some could be bots, most of them could be bots. But it sounds like when you buy a GPU, you want to run it at max performance, obviously, and you should be able to be overclocking. But it does sound like if you keep it at the stock settings, that it doesn't even come close to melting it. But people running them at excessive high frequencies are the ones that are causing the meltdowns. Now, the meltdown shouldn't happen in the first place, obviously, but they are. But again, there's still so many unknowns with that. At the end of the day, obviously you buy a GPU, you don't want it to melt on you. There should be some type of limiting factor in there where you can't push it past the X amount if it's going to melt your cable. So I don't know. I don't know what's actually going on there. We'll have to wait and see what happens with the next gen. If they change anything, do anything, I have no idea. Why would NVIDIA make anything better than the 4090? No one can match it right now. Yeah, that's a good point. Just look around. That's a very good point. But another thing is, they were disappointed with the whole 4000 series line. Do you kind of remember that? Maybe it was just initial talk. I don't know. Maybe it was initial talk because all of a sudden AMD started getting some hype with their GPUs and then they just gave up. But right when the 4090 released, they pretty much gave up on the entire 4000 series line, and they went straight into the 5000 series. They were promising, we're going to make the ultimate GPU next time and it's going to blow everything away. That's what they pretty much said day one of 4090 release. They washed the whole entire 4000 series line, said enough, we're not even dealing with this anymore. Even then they started releasing, now they're releasing like 4070 Ti's or 4080 Ti's, whatever they're doing. They're doing something now. They're re-releasing some of those ones supposedly, or maybe they got washed again. I don't keep track of all that gamer stuff, but but they did declare from the very first day of the 4000 series launch that they're done with it. They'll just release whatever ones, and they're going all in on the 5000 series. So I don't know, but yeah, the 4090 is a dominant factor in gaming and mining and a lot of things right now for that. So yeah, why would they do such an improvement when they don't need to? That's a very good question. So the thing is, are a lot of these leaked specs possibly just false and lies? That could be a very big thing too. We have no idea. NVIDIA has the best PR team in the world, pretty much. We know this. They can turn any situation into a positive note for their shareholders. So that's one thing we got to keep in mind here. We don't know what's going on. We'll just have to wait to see what happens. That's all we can really do. Yeah, the TI Super. That's right. They're releasing some supers again. I haven't seen a super since the 2000 series. So that's interesting. They're releasing the supers on the 4000 series. Wow, crazy. Anyway, just an FYI, and for all y'all, Exeg started trading Taft again. See, we mentioned this yesterday. Someone asked about Taft, how it's dead and it's done, and then we said a new dev is picking up. Now, this is one thing we got to really watch. I feel these coins that are picking up again are probably going to be massive rug pulls. I'm not guaranteeing. I don't know if they are, but seriously, we talked about this a little bit yesterday. Now, here's what, well, I'm just saying this is what I would do, I guess. I'm not saying I'd be a scammer or anything, but I'm saying this is what I was doing. So we have devs coming in, picking up these coins. And I know a few people out there that are using nodes, low difficulty, and it all comes down because a lot of these forks, instead, like Raptorium originally was a 5,000 block reward, right? And then when nodes came online, it dropped. It remained 3,750 or something like that going to the miner and the block rewards, and then the rest was going into the nodes. So your mining rewards were still higher than the nodes. The nodes was just like an extra 20% boost, I can't remember what it was, but it wasn't as much. But the latest couple forks that have been happening reversed that whole policy. It was going all to the nodes, and a very small amount started going to the miners once the nodes started going online, which screams rug pull 100% because the devs are also pulling a little amount of coins out of every single block mined. So now we have a bunch of dead coins here. No one's really mining them, and you have a bunch of nodes online. There could be one guy with a bunch of nodes on these older chains just stacking up coins like crazy. And now all of a sudden you see, oh, there's a dev magically reuniting these coins again. It's starting to trade on exchanges. We're picking it up, but he probably has millions of coins. He's waiting for people to pick up on again, wait for the price to increase, and then just dump it right across the whole world. So I would stay away from them personally. We might see some decent profitability. A lot of things are rug. Look at Block Power right now. It just tanked like crazy, huh? That's another situation we want to talk about. There are rumors of possible Jazz Miner may have something to do with an artificial pump to manipulate the market to sell more miners, but we don't know if there's any truth to that yet. But it kind of makes sense, really, you think about it. But I don't know. But that's kind of what's going on here is we might have one guy picking these up, some dev picking them up that had a whole bunch of nodes running on coins that no one cares about, and then all of a sudden we're starting to see momentum here. Now it could spike, and if you're mining it at the time, if you want to do it, I would mine. Not financial advice, but mine to the exchange, dump it. Mine it, whatever, dump it. Get it converted. Use something like Zergpool or Raptor Hash. Convert the profits into Raptorium or Bitcoin, depending on the route you want to take. That way you are pulling the profit out and you don't have to worry about a rug pull or a dump happening later on. But I just think there's something bad going to happen with these older coins getting picked up again by a new dev, and he probably has a lot of them just due to the node side of things. So again, I don't know if that's how it's going to play out. It's just how I'm kind of seeing things, so I'd be very careful. So yeah, anyway, anyone agree with that? Disagree? There could be something there, might not be something there. I don't know. We'll see. I've literally just been solo mining this tap coin for months. I've only got an i5-6 or 12 threads. You know that you probably get because there's like no hash rate on, so you're probably making good coins. But just keep an eye on it. If it looks like a good profit, it's okay to take profits. You know, maybe you're waiting for the bull run for it to explode. I don't know if any of these forks really carry any weight leading into the bull run, but you never know. You know, crazy things have happened, right? I think it's a minor program issue, but it is an exploit in Dynex that they should fork the code and fix. Dynex is not the first coin to be exploited. No, it's not the first coin. It's not the last, and all sorts of stuff. But yeah, you know, it was a Dynex code issue, and yeah, you know, they said they're fixing it right in their announcement. They said the new Dynex version 2 point whatever 3 or something like that. It's going to be fixing the issue, and you know, new miners will emerge. So I imagine that's when we'll see the new miners, is when they release that. They're probably not going to release that till they have the miners ready for that fix, you know, because it says it has to pass their testing and other things and other yada, yada, yada that they will approve of. So we just have to wait. But yeah, I expect the fix will happen when the miners, right when the fork happens, I'm assuming the miners will release as well. That's just what we got to wait for. Starting today on Raptor Hash. So far, so good. Yeah, so Zeph was down for like 12 hours or something yesterday. So that's what I did. I was like, oh man, like I stayed on it for a while because I saw C3 pool took off. You know, Monero Ocean came off. The hash rate dropped down to like 200 kilohash and maybe 350, 400 on the network side of things. That's unknown. So I was like, okay, you know, the hash rate's low. I'm just going to hang out on here. Hopefully some blocks kick in soon. And I was like, okay, it's time for bed. It's still broken, so I just went to Raptor Hash. I pretty much wasted power half the day yesterday, waiting and hoping, but I didn't. So I went to Raptor Hash last night, woke up this morning, saw that Zeph was back online, so then moved back over there. But yeah, that's what I did. It was broken. So, question, you looked at the... No, I did not look at Rainbow Miner yet. I should, you know, obviously for YouTube video purposes and stuff and tutorials, I should look at it, figure it out, get it set up and stuff. But as myself wanting to mine, you know, it's set up. I think it works for anything, CPUs and GPUs. It's a big setup process depending what you want to do. But I think it's mostly for this GPU people, and I don't know. I don't have mine on, so it's kind of worthless for me. You know, I could put it on the CPUs, but at the same time, I haven't been shooting for the profits like I used to. You know, all the time I was looking for coins. I was like, yeah, this is probable, this is probable. It does get tiresome, especially after like, what has it been, 2 years of looking around every single day, looking for profit. It has paid off. Yeah, don't get me wrong, but it does get very tiresome. And I've been looking at some numbers and I was doing some things, and I just, you know what? I want to start stacking certain coins. My main coins, there's so many coins. Every time I'm like, okay, I only want these 2 coins because I think they're going to do good. Then I start thinking, I'm like, oh man, there's so many coins here on the CPUs. I don't know what I want to hold because I think so many have so much potential that do good in the bull run, like Dagger for an example, Epic for an example, Zeph. You know, we got Raptorium. You know, my main 2 ones I usually try to stack is Zeph and Raptorium. But now we got freaking, you know, there's Pulsar there. Speaking of Pulsar, there is a mandatory wallet update in like 5 days. If you're not updated in 5 days, you're not going to get any of your staking rewards. I actually updated mine yesterday, so make sure you get that done today. So, you know, there's Pulsar, there's Epic, there's Zeph, there's, you know, XMR. There's so many coins out there. I don't know what I really want to hold, but we kind of talked about it yesterday. I am stacking mostly the Zeph side of things because if it does anything remotely close to what Monero did, that's just going to be insane. I know a lot of people are short-sighted. They don't look at the future. They don't think about things. You look at right now, you look at an ROI, everything's saying 10,000 days and stupid things like that. But if you're mining coins right now, even on GPUs, you know, even though it's not looking good, it is better off buying the coin on GPUs because a lot of them are negative. You're going to end up with larger gains, but you're still going to end up ROIing your hardware within 2 years. You're still going to be well, let's just look at this for a second here, just to give you a quick idea. I know some of you guys may be new. Some of you guys probably seen this a bunch of times, but it's easy to say something, but I believe a lot of people like to see it visually. So I have no issues going over things over and over and over again. Some of you guys might get sick and tired of it. I apologize, but it's you know, there's always 1 or 2 new people around that, you know, need to kind of look at things and maybe it'll open up their eyes a bit more. So I don't even know where they are now. I don't know where they are. Bear mining. Here we go. Bear mining. Let's look at this bear mining. Now you guys probably... Oh, yeah, that chart. I remember that. I'm tired of it. Stop showing us. or don't show people because I want to keep stacking or something. You know, where's the right? This one work? Yeah, let's use this one. So here we are. I have Ravencoin versus Flux. This, I don't know if the current network conditions are correct. This was from a few weeks ago, but you know, here we have Ravencoin. Mining it right now is at a loss. You're at 13-cent loss on a 3070. So you're like, why would I mine that? I'm losing 13 cents a day. ROI is 0. Blah blah blah. You know, GPU mining is dead, gone. Forget about it. So here we are. If the bull run, where are we at here? 22 cents. So Ravencoin hit 22 cents as an all-time high last run. You know, I feel Ravencoin will probably see its all-time high again and maybe go higher. We don't know. I believe it's probably one of the core coins for the GPU side of things right now. But again, we have no idea. Some of these coins are not going to hit their all-time highs again. But you know, it did hit 22 cents. So mining at the current network conditions right now, and it hits 22 cents in the next bull run, which is, you know, the peak of the Bitcoin bull run is set around November of 2025, 2 years from now. That would be $4.07 a day right now at the current network conditions. That was artificial inflating the hash rate. We have currently about 144,652 RTX 3080s online for Ravencoin right now. Bull runs come, hash rate goes up. You know, I was guessing maybe 400,000 GPUs hit the network once it hits its all-time high. It could be more, could be less. I have no idea. But based on those network conditions, that drops you down to $1.47. That's still profitable. But mining it right now in the bear market to the bull run, which is 2 years away, what's a 3070 cost right now? USD, maybe 250 to 300. Canada, maybe, I don't know, 350 to 450, $500, depending where you see it. You're going to make $2,685 mining for 2 years. That's going to cover 4 or 5 or 6 GPUs, depending on the price you get it at, mining off only one GPU. So the profit is there long term in the next bull run, mining it right now. Now, the big thing here, I mentioned, right now you're losing 13 cents a day. So you could buy the coin. To the cost of power for me at 11% kilowatt hour for 720 days, which is 2 years, would be $289 is what it would cost me to run this 3070 for 2 years. I could buy 19,532 Ravencoin at the price I did this at. I don't know what it's at right now. And that would work out to, if it hit its all-time high again, $4,445. That would give me an extra $1,700 over mining it at $2,685. So there is profit to be made mining in the bear market, leading into the bull market and selling it at the bull market prices if you're covering power and stuff out of pocket. Now, the more you expand, obviously, the more expensive it costs to mine crypto. And that's where a lot of people, including myself, can't really pay out of pocket because you're getting really expensive power bills and you do have to sell that crypto to cover the power bill. So that's why I do look at the power afterwards. Sometimes I get away with quick pumps and I sell some extra coins of coins I have extra of, and then I cover the cost of other machines so that they end up not having to cover the power costs. So there's a whole bunch of different ways to do it. But thank you very much, TechMan, for the 5 US to help pay your Canadian enviro heat tax. Stay warm. Yeah, the carbon tax. That's my gosh, don't even get started with that. But the same thing applies for even something like Flux, which is actually losing less money a day because it is a more efficient algorithm. I don't know what it's at right now, but when I did the numbers, it was losing 5 cents a day. There was only 20,588 GPUs currently sitting on Flux. I inflated that to 200,000 GPUs. If it hits its all-time high again, we would be losing 7 cents a day if 200,000 GPUs hit Flux at the time. We don't know what Flux is going to hit. Remember, that was $3.12. Could we see $6, $10 Flux? Proof of useful work should be out for about a little over a year by the time the big bull run hits. So we'll see how the momentum and price growth grows with that. But even mining it right now and it hits its all-time high again at least, that's still $2.34 a day on a 3070. You're making $1,710. That's still paying. You could buy 3 3070s at that price, mining the bull market, selling it mining in the bear, selling in the bull. And then if I was just to straight out buy Flux, it'd be about $255.50 for 730 days. I could buy 755 Flux. That would work out to be $2,355, an extra $645 just from buying the coin instead of mining it. So you are seeing on the GPU side of things, if things hit their all-time high, we are seeing seeing higher gains just buying the coin itself. Now you may be offsetting power prices by covering heat costs and all sorts of other things. So then, you know, it makes, you know, taking that loss a little less steep for you, I guess you could say. But we'll see. Flux is not efficient, uses too much power. It all depends on actually, you know, how much you remember. Back when Ethash was extremely profitable, Flux was using like 35% less power. A lot of people, you got to overclock it right. I think you're under 100 watts. You look at profit calculator stuff, it's saying you're like at 110, 115 or something. But I think on my 3070, I was getting pretty close to the proper hash rates that it should get. Slightly under, but I was under 100 watts. I was running it pretty good. So it all comes down to the way you run your GPUs as well. Not just look at something, say it's using too much power and move off to something. You can tweak GPUs to become quite a bit more efficient and dropping the power cost down. Nero XNA is the second after Raven on hash rate. Is it? That's interesting. Right on. I heard things about XNA. I don't exactly know what it's doing, but I heard, you know, from you guys, the mining community, that some of you guys are bullish on XNA and you guys are mining away on it. So that makes sense if it's second under Ravencoin. New channel name, Rabid Buying. What? Rabid Buying. Rabid trading crypto without knowing how to read charts. So we kind of touched up on this a bit yesterday about how I read that article and, you know, looking at the Bitcoin price. When are we going to expect, you know, let's just see. You know, markets are green right now. Do you guys expect a pullback coming? I think there's going to be a pullback. Who knows when? I don't know how big or anything, but let's just look right now in the cycle, in the world of the cycles. We are in 2023 right now, which in theory, that's 2019. You know, we can kind of see how the past will predict the future. You know, learn from the past. Ignore step number one when it comes to crypto, because I see this all the time. Ignore what's going on in the world. Ignore what's being told to you on TV. Ignore everything else. Follow the cycles. You're probably way better off, because they don't want you to be able to do all this and, you know, be able to get out of their keep you poor scam type of thing. You know what I'm talking about? Anyway, ignore everything. Yeah, looming recession, looming this. It's never seen this. Meanwhile, we got BlackRock sideswiping the entire market, trying to get in ASAP, but they're trying to tell you how bad everything is going to be. Well, the big guys, they're just trying to get in as much as they can, right? So, you know, it's always contemplating each other. Just ignore it all from the get-go and play the cycles, because it's all going to play at the same time. You know, ETF, extended, approved, denied, extended, looking into it, failed, nope, not happening, going to happen, might happen, not going to happen, sorry, canceled. Oh, all of a sudden, probably around the end of next year, it's going to be delayed forever with odd rumors and leaks that had happened to cause artificial pumps, but then all of a sudden, it will release. And it's probably going to happen when it's supposed to release, because that's how the cycles play out. So, you know, I'm just saying. But, you know, it could come way earlier, spark a little early bull run. We have no idea. But regardless, looking at 2019, that's where we are currently in the 2023 stage. And you can see coming in towards, like, when the last halving, I Googled it. I wanted to know when the last Bitcoin halving was. This says May 11th, 2020 is when Bitcoin last halved. So we have kind of a timeline here of, because we expect the halving to happen next year. Anywhere between March to May or so, March, April, May, you know, in that rough area, those 3 months, depending on hash rate and difficulties and stuff, it will change. So we have to wait for that one solid block to hit. That's when the halving will happen. So the dates will change, but the block being mined will not. We just got to wait for that block height to hit. So coming in, we are right about, you know, we're right here right now. In theory. Now, this is that shows it going down. We've been seeing nice gains. Maybe this was us. I have no idea. You know, obviously this can be pushed back between a couple of weeks. It's not going to be exactly the same per day, but we can get an idea. So it does look like coming into the beginning of next year, just prior, you know, a couple months before the halving actually comes in, it tanks. Kaboom! Bitcoin drops right here. We have February 2020. Which in theory, or March, January, March, third month there, which in theory, this is next year for us. This is early next year. We're going to be having a nice, you know, month right now, year right now. You can see us. We are going up. We're doing this stuff right here, exactly like this was happening here. But then January, February, March hits, and there was a tank. And that's okay, because that's normal. We expect a pullback to happen. You know, it can't go up forever. We're not in a bull run yet. We are still at the tail end of a bear market, I think. So moving forward, we're coming in here, and now we have the halving on 5/11. Here's when the Bitcoin halving happened. You can see right here, 5/11 Bitcoin happened. This is the halving day of Bitcoin. This is next year for us, guys. Be prepared. Be prepared, because next year is going to be a good year for a lot of us. It's not going to happen right off the get-go, but halfway through the year, we're going to see some good things start to climb. So here is the actual halving, and we know what happens after that. Look at this. There we go. Let's just move up a little bit. Look at, you can see how small we are compared to after the halving event. So here we are. Where's the halving? Right about here. Right, where's the halving? Right there, 511. So here is the halving event happening on Bitcoin. So we're going to go towards the end of the year here. And, you know, we can see there are no major dips happening like we saw before. Right now, it is pretty much, it's slightly going up. There are the small coming down here, but, you know, it's a solid, it's strong markets from this point moving forward. And here we are all the way to the end of the year, moving up, kaboom. Here's December. Here's the end. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. So end of next year. Here's the end of next year. We're starting to do that climb. Next year is going to be a good day, guys. Good year next year. But we're at the tail end of the bear market right now. ASIC prices, GPU prices. We still don't know how good GPUs are going to be because there's still so many of them out there. Like we said, you know, things could pump to new all-time highs, but depending on the hash rate that's ready to turn on, you still might not be that profitable. I feel $5 to $14 days, which is what we did see on Ethereum per GPU, maybe down to possible a maximum of maybe $3 or $4. We might see some $5 days on potentially a 5090 if they release or something. But we're going to see, it's going to be profitable, but it's not going to be like it was last cycle. That's why I also feel 2025 could potentially be a GPU mining reset, because we're not going to see those massive profits. We're probably going to see it. You know, CPUs, ASICs, a lot of things are going to do a normal bear market cycle. They're going to explode. We're going to see massive profits across the board on everything except for GPUs, I feel. That's why mining now, you're probably going to see a lot bigger gains because, you know, just based on comments, other Twitter things, there's people in Europe right now, 40-cent power, they won't even turn on unless their profit's 60 cents. They got thousands of GPUs. There's a lot of hardware out there that is waiting to turn online. And if you see a lot of, say, mining farms selling their hardware and another mining farm or more miners just buy those hardware, that is not hardware that's coming offline. That is just more hardware moving from one miner to another miner waiting to turn back on. That is not lost hash rate. So there's so much hash rate waiting to turn back online. There's so much uncertainty right now in the world of the GPU. So that's why I feel 2025 could be a reset, because people are like, oh, well, it was profitable, but it's not that good. I was making $4 a day. You know, I have 1,000 GPUs. That's $4,000. That's still pretty awesome. But, you know, it's nothing like what they could have been making, you know, over $100,000 what they were in the last bull run with Ethereum. Ethereum opposed or created an unprecedented apocalyptic event where it went from like $300. I remember mining Ethereum at $200 or $300 and it shot up to $4,000, guys. Extremely profitable, making massive amounts of money. It brought in so much hardware, it just sweeped it, and then they just took off and left. And every other coin on the network is minuscule in size. It had over 10 million GPUs. We just looked at, we're guessing maybe 400,000 GPUs could hit Ravencoin. That is nothing compared to hardware that was on Ethereum alone. And Ethereum is what made Ravencoin and all the other coins profitable. Whether you believe it or not, that's what happened, because it was a coin that absorbed 95 or 98 or whatever it was percentage of all the GPU hash rate into it, leaving 1% for Ravencoin, 0.5% for Flux. Very small amounts of hardware was on all the other coins, making them profitable. If we see a big explosion and people start turning on, the profits are going to be very low because we don't have something to absorb all of that hash rate. So that's just something I'm really iffy. So I think it's going to be a possible GPU reset. And that means people will be like, okay, this sucked, I'm out of here. And then we'll follow by another bear cycle. And then moving into 2029, we may see another eruption of GPU mining being very profitable again, because now we have coins such as Flux. Raven has been around for quite some time. We're going to see assets across everything, proof of useful work doing its thing. We're just going to see everything at a more mature state, higher prices, and everything should look a lot better at that point. And then we'll have a reset and less hardware will be available to go online. And now people will slowly start stacking rigs again to make up for that, and then we'll have normal cycles playing out where we lose some hash rate in the bear market, a little bit more comes back on because things are profitable, and yada yada yada. So I think it'll be a whole reset happening there, but I think 2025 may be a massive wake-up call for GPUs. But again, I could be 100% wrong. I have no idea. We just don't know how many GPUs really gave up, but I do know that there is a lot waiting to turn on, you know. So do you guys agree with that? Disagree with that? I think it's pretty safe analogy to figure that's what it may look like. But again, I don't know. I'm just guessing. Don't listen to this. Mining is just waiting for an altcoin run. That's very true. But what's an altcoin? Do you expect altcoin to run up to be able to support 10 million GPUs? I highly doubt it. Not this bull run. So yeah, it's very interesting. Like I said, you know, there's hardly any GPUs online right now, and there's not, the whole GPU market together can't even support 10 million GPUs, and that's what Ethereum had it all by itself. Ethereum made the other coins profitable, whether you like it or not. That's what happened. Can you dual mine on Apollo V1 Mini Classic Plus? It depends what you define on dual mining. Dual mining, like you can mine ZIL on the Apollos, and if you're mining Octa.Space, for an example, they do have that coin Pac-Man tied into it through a smart contract. So you are earning that if the pool did add that smart contract. I believe K1 Pool, Crazy Pool, EaselMe added it, and I don't know if any of the other ones did, but that you will be mining Octa.Space plus Pac-Man plus ZIL. And that's pretty much all you can do. You can't necessarily do it like a GPU. True dual mining. I don't feel ZIL is a dual mining thing. It's just something you mine for 1 minute every 1 hour. It's just there. I feel true dual mining is something like saying Ergo plus Radiant. You know, Dynex plus Radiant. You know, 2 core coins is your dual mining, I feel. And when it comes to the Apollo, no, they can't do that. Well, there was mining before Ethereum. Yes, there was mining before Ethereum. It's just that if Ethereum never happened, all the GPU coins would be really good right now. You'd be profitable. You could possibly be more profitable. You're probably making 70, 80 cents a day after power right now. Previous bear markets, you were making 30, 40 cents. Right now, we're in the negatives across the board because there's too much hardware out there. If Ethereum never happened, everything would be a lot better right now. And we would see nice profits moving into it, a nice common thing. But the thing is, Ethereum did bring in so much hardware and then disappeared that it changed the whole cycle things for GPUs. It changed it all completely. Totally different now. It is different this time when it comes to GPUs. It's just facts. Can you dual mine? Okay, well, we got FUDwise. Next year, going to be a good day. Yeah, next year is going to be really good, guys. We're going to see some good things happen next year. Prices are going to be going up. We can't wait. It's going to be awesome. I need a new motherboard. Also going to Micro Center, Mayfield Heights. Scrolling up here, I'm trying to look for ads. Any top questions here? What is it? Currently, your 3900X rigs will be making over $2 a day with Rainbow Miner. Currently, $2 a day. I'm wondering how. What is it mining to mine $2 a day? I follow a lot of the CPU coins. I don't see anything that comes close to making $2 a day right now. So I'd like to know how it makes up magical profit numbers. Like, what is it getting? Where is it doing it? How? What coin is doing that? What swap of coins between swapping 6, 7, 8, 2, 3, whatever it is, every X amount of time to keep the profits up will even hit $2 a day. I can't see a 3900X at $2 a day right now at the current market. But maybe I'm wrong. You know, maybe I have to check it out and see, but I just don't see what coin could be doing that. MAXE? That Maxi? No, that coin, I think it's measuring that coin wrong. Maxi, maximum, that destroyed CPU CPU profitability since the nodes went online. The price is going up unless the hash rate dropped right off of it, because that coin, it dumped the mining rewards. You're only getting 600 for a block. You used to be getting 3,500. Now you're only getting 600. The rest is all going to the nodes for that max coin. Let's take a look at that max. Let's just see what it's actually pulling here. New coin, Maxter. Do I have this added to my sheet? I want to see if I have this on my sheet. Ghost Rider. Maxter. Do I have this? Yeah, I just want to look at this right now. Let's have a look what this is actually doing. Where did I put it? There you are. So what do we got here? I just want to make sure our block rewards and everything are correct. So do some quick math here. Move this stuff out of my way. Where's my sheet? 86,400. So 86,400 coins. We're going to divide that by block reward is every 181.5 seconds. So 181.5. It is finding 476 blocks per 24 hours. You see this number here? We're going to be a lot less than that. Oh, you can't see that because I have my screen messed up. So this is saying this is the emission schedule of Max right now. $1.4 thousand, 8.5 billion coins being dished. But majority of that is going to the nodes. So now we're finding 476 blocks per day on this coin. Now we got to find the block reward. We're going to find those blocks and see what that is. So we're going to go to our plant here and just see what the current block. That's one reason why I really like our plant is they tell you the current block reward. It looks like this Nikki here is paying out 2,000. But where is this Mexto? Where are you at? Mexter right here. So the block reward is only 630. This used to be 3,500 or something. Now it's only 630 coins. So if we come back into here, we're going to times that by 630. That is 299,000 coins. Not very much compared to the daily emissions. Looks like I kind of had this right already. So 299 and 900. So that is how many coins is being distributed every 24 hours to the miners. That is if you're a CPU mining this. This is how much you guys all get a cut of the pot. I just got to bring this closer here. I want to see if this rainbow miner, how accurate is it? If it's actually saying you're getting $2 mining this coin and we find something totally different, it already goes to show that that rainbow miner is not very good at doing any type of calculations. So now we're going to come into here. I am doing, that's our hash rate here. What is the current price of this coin? We are at 00164. 00164. All right, so it's paying out to miners $492. Current network hash rate is 3.04 mega hash. 3.04 mega hash. 3.04 mega hash is 3.04. We got this amount of hashes. Copy that in. Our network hash rate is sitting at this. All right, so it's looking like a single 3900X is getting 56 cents a day. That is nowhere near $2 at the current network conditions and price. My farm would be making $22 a day right now, $10 after power. So that coin is not it's profitable. You're making 56 cents depending on your power price. You have to calculate that in here. We are using about anywhere between 80 to 95 watts on Ghost Rider with 3900X. So you can just calculate your own power prices here. But that's 56 cents. So again, $22.44 after power. I'm just going to see what Zeph is currently looking like to see if that is more profitable or not. So where is Zeph? Zeph is hanging out at 665 mega hash online. 665. So this is up. No, it's up 100 mega hash from yesterday. Current price is $6.70. Up a little bit as well. All right, so my farm on Zeph is about $39.61. Pretty much double of what Mexter is. So yeah, I am not going to be mining no Mexter. So we can see that that is not $2 a day. It just, oh, now Fuke. Okay, now it just switched to the Fuke. I don't know if I have that coin in there. Let's see if I have that coin in there. Let's add this one in. What is Fuke doing? Can you confirm though, like at the end of the day, after running it for 24 hours, did you end up with $2.16 worth of coins? Or is it just jumping over there and saying, now you should be getting about this much? Is it like NiceHash, where it gives you an estimate that you're getting, and then it swaps and it kind of changes it, and then it changes it every time it swaps? You don't really know what you're getting till you follow every single coin that you get. But right now, looking at numbers, you know, if it was telling you you're getting $2 on that, you're only getting 53 cents on that MEX coin, according to my spreadsheet here. Let's just see if I have Fuke in here now. Do I have Fuke? Oh, I don't. I don't have it. I might have to add it now, I guess. All right, so we're just going to take this, copy this. We're going to paste this into here. Now we're going to adjust this. Where's the Fuke? Where's the Fuke coin? That sounds like I'm saying something else. I know it. But all right, let's go. Futero. Oh, yeah, this one. I thought I added this coin. I thought I had this one in there. Oh, this is another one that's being... This is one of those, that's that restored coin. Remember, there's hardly any hash rate on it, so you're going to be getting good yields. This coin is not, oh no. This is going to be a little trickier. I got to figure out what the block reward is now. Is that still good? What did I miss? Fudweiser Legendary. What Fudweiser do? Oh yeah, I missed it. Remember, for 25 months, custom computing, CA $2. Have a Tim's copy on me. Thanks for the stream. Show custom some love already. Yes, custom. I'm actually I'm gonna be sending some stuff over to custom sometime soon here, to host some of my, you know, my ETH ASICs and see how it goes from there, because it's cheaper power than what I got, and I have no power, so I need more power to do more stuff. So it's crazy. It's crazy. We're in a bear market. I'm maxed right out, and I'm looking at maxing myself out even more. Anyway, so we're gonna try and figure out what's going on with this coin now. So let's just see. FUEC. I thought I had this coin in here. FUEC. I guess not. All right. Anyway, so FUEC. We're just gonna put that there. Ghost Rider. All right. So what is this coin? 119. So this is 2-minute block times. A little bit faster. 86,400 seconds in a day. We're gonna divide that by 119. 726 blocks being found in a day. Now, here's the tricky situation. There's no art plant, so we got to figure out the block reward. Raptor Hash has this added in there, so that's interesting. Mining for people. Let's just look. Does mining for people have their block? Let's see. Where's blocks? 2,000. Is that right? 2,000 is the block reward that miners are getting? It must be, because that's what the pool's paying people. So, yeah. So, it looks like the block reward is 2,000. So, that's actually pretty good for one of these coins still. All right, so that is 1.4 million coins per day based on that. So let's adjust our coins being found. 1, 4, 5, 2, 100. Bam. All right. Current price of this coin is sitting at 000203. 000203. 000203. All right. Current network hash rate was next to nothing. What was that? So 1.67 mega hash. It's actually quite a bit. Did it just go up? All those rainbow miners just swapped over there. It's going up, isn't it? All right, copy. All right, this is our network hash rate. Paste. It's making more. It is making more, but it's looking like 61 cents, not $2. So I don't know. Like, you add those two coins together, you keep bouncing them back and forth between the two. That's not looking like $2 to me. So I'm still seeing a big issue with the calculations going on. So that's $24. It's still almost 50% less than what I would be getting mining Zeph alone. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens. I don't know which coins I got added on my CPU calculator. Let's look at that now. CPU mining calculator. Let's have a look at that. See what it is telling us. What is going on? Oh, I don't know how to spell or put spaces in. There we go. Let's see what this is telling us. 13900X, 11 separate kilowatt hour. All right, so Panda Night it's using the wrong thing here, Exeg. I think it needs to use a different API. We got to fix that. Anyway, Reaction is at $1.29 B4 power. That's interesting. I got to check out that one now. $1.05. What? Reaction is that high? For real? So this is the closest I've seen the $2 on a single 3900X so far. MechQAI, are these Ghost Rider coins all pumping this much really right now? That's insane. I'm going to have to look this. I might have to just go to Raptor Hash. Raptor Hash has all these coins added onto it. So I should just go there and just pump out some Raptorium out of this. So that's crazy. But we are seeing over $1 after power here on reaction. Is that for real? Is my calculator broken here? I gotta look at this now. I gotta decipher my own thing here. Do I have this in reaction right here? Reaction. Okay, now I gotta look at this. This is insane. Reaction, is it on here? What's their current? Yeah, reaction's on here. What's their current thing? 3750. See, this is the same as Raptorium. They're doing good things. These are good forks after nodes, not dropping it down to 600 and giving 3,000 to node operators. That's a rug pull waiting to happen. But here we have 3,750 RTC. Let's just have there's reaction in here. We got reaction. There we go. Let's see what this is telling us. Oh my gosh, I might have to move my rigs. Good thing we did this live stream, huh? We're all going to get rich now. Or are we? It's hash rate's going to pick up. I'm just joking. Anyway, so we got 86,400 seconds a day. We'll do this again. Divide that by 122.7. And now we're going to times that by, what was it? 3750, I believe that was. 3750, yes. 3750. That is 2.6 million coins a day. Let's update this one. That's about what, oh no, I have slightly less. 2,640,586. So remember, when I do these charts though on my spreadsheet, this is network conditions and everything right now, not like a delayed reaction. You know, some profit calculators are still showing network difficulties from yesterday, so it's hard to say. So this is what's on the network this very second when we're doing this. So 586, I got that. Current price, we're seeing 0000267. 0000267. And the network hash rate is, where is it? 3.16 mega hash. 3.16. Where we at? I always go with the higher number here. 3.16. Where'd my hash rate calculator go? Oh, I overwrote it or something. All right. What did I say? 3.16? All right. Open this up. Copy. Bring it in. And this is... So this is saying 77 cents, not $1 before. But that's looking like the highest one of them all so far. 77 cents before power. That's pretty good. That's pretty darn good. $30. It's still not as much as Zeph, but that's some nice that's nice. It's looking good. Wicked. I want to see what was this using for the block. Where's my calculator now? Oh, I lost it. I lost it. All right, I'll just come into here. Control mining. Where's... Oh, here we go. CPU mining calculator. Just go bring this back up again. What is this telling us? Network conditions. What were you saying? That was based on 1.71 mega hash, which is... Yeah, that's based on the current network. I see. Maybe this is being boosted from the algo it's in, but I'm going based on this hash rate, which is what, so 1.78. If it actually was 1.78, which is, I think this is more of an average, but as you know, Ghost Rider can go up to us 3900x and hash at like 19 kilohash, and it can hash as low as like 2 kilohash, depending on the algo it hits. So this hash rate usually bounces around between the algo it's currently on, and this is usually more of your average, but the CPU calculator is basing it off this. So I don't know. This could drop down to like 2 mega hash or something on the next algo swap. So let's just see what it looks like if we were to drop this down to what that is. What is... I lost it again. Why? Oh. So 1.78. Let's just adjust that. 1.78. 178. Okay, so it is $1.37 because it's reading the total network. But again, I don't know what the hash rate is fully on Ghost Rider because it's bouncing all over the place. So we could be making $1.37, 77 cents to possibly $1.37, depending on the swings of the Ghost Rider algorithm. So that's interesting. That's the highest one we've seen yet in terms of profitability. That's still not $2 though. That's still not $2. We're still a bit of underneath of what Rainbow Miner supposedly is telling us. So That'll be an interesting test, though. So who was that was doing that? You know, you're on my Discord. Run that for a full 24 hours. I want to know what you actually end up with at the end of a day. You know, that's a test I should probably just do myself and figure it out, obviously. But that's interesting. You know, I'd be very curious to see how that plays out. X5 is dead. Long live X6. Is there an X6 already? They opened up. Have you heard any news of updating firmware for X5? Was expecting some news on this when they announced the restock. No, I haven't heard anything. I've been checking it. You know, let's check it right now. See if anything's popped up. Let's look at Bitmain's website. Bitmain.com. What do you got to tell us? Any firmware? I looked at it yesterday. There was nothing. I haven't checked it for a while. Usually I was checking it like every day because that'd be insane. You know, I don't even know what to say about this. Like, it'd be awesome if they did it. At the same time, it would suck because then that would take hash rate away from your CPUs. Like, example, let's look at this. Let's look exactly what this would look like right now. So here we can see Zeph is, where is Zeph? Zeph's down here at 43 cents after power on a single 3900X. Now let's just look at, like, say, let's look at an Epic. What's an Epic doing right now? We don't even want to see these numbers because it's going to be way too high. $1.54, $1.80 before power. Zeph is down, where are you at? So 68, $1.03. It's not bad. But if we bring in the X5, I do have the X5 added to this. And look at the Zeph. $8.64 after power. $12.20 if it could mine Zeph right now. If it could mine Dagger, oh my gosh. Look, if it could mine Dagger, any of these other random X coins, you know, we're over $10. We're over 30. This is a very profitable miner. It's better than any of those L7 and everything out there, and it's cheaper than the L7 as well, but it doesn't have the ability to mine these other coins. We're stuck with Monero, which is only $1.84 after power. My power price, 11 cents, or, you know, $5.41 if you had free power. So it's not that good, but if they did open this up, you know, it'd be in a profitable miner. Obviously, a lot more than would end up selling, and it'd just be make the difficulty across all these networks, though, would be, you know, it'd be a lot worse for the CPU side of things. So, you know, it's a good thing and a bad thing. If you have this miner, you want it to happen. If you don't have this miner and you're only a CPU miner, you definitely don't want that to happen. Personally, it's just like with the E9 Pro. Everyone's asking, you know, when is it going to get ZIL support? When is it going to get, what's it called? When is it going to get Octa support? All these other support. I said, you know, the realistic answer, this is Bitmain we're talking about. We will see, they will update their miner when they release the E11. You know, they're not going to update firmware. It's been so long after they said they were going to. They don't even know how ZIL mining works. Believe it or not. I don't know if I still have it. I got to find that. If I go to my doc, maybe I saved over. Is this it? I don't know if this is it or not. I gotta bring this up and see. We don't have news now. Please stay tuned. Okay, they don't have news. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Is it this one? No. This one? This one? Oh, I don't have. I had a screenshot of Bitmain's Telegram somewhere, and they were like trying to explain how they don't know how to get it to. They just didn't know how it worked. They don't know how they could mine both coins at the same time. They don't know how to get it to work. And they don't realize that ZIL mining is only 1 minute every... It just made them look really dumb. I wish... I got to find that screenshot again. I put it in a video somewhere. I don't remember what it was, but it was funny. I was laughing my head off when I read it because it made... As smart as Bitmain supposedly is supposed to be with their ASICs and everything they got going on, they had no clue how ZIL mining actually worked. So, yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. But yet they promised that they're going to release firmware for it. That's not happening. Not on the E9 Pros. And I really don't think we're probably not going to see anything on the X5s either. I saw some rumor somewhere. Supposedly Bitmain said this, but I never found where they actually said it. But they said that third-party firmware could end up releasing, you know, they might, I don't know if it's open source or what they're doing with their current X5 firmware, but there may be third-party firmware becoming available for the X5 that would allow it to mine other cryptocurrencies and other algorithms on top of just random X. A huge rumor. Don't know if there's any truth to that because I can't find Bitmain saying that anywhere, but we'll just have to wait and see. Smash that like. Yeah, smash that like. You mine Kapow on CPU, one scoop. I think I might have. I know I tried mining Ethereum once on my CPUs before. It did work. I don't know if I've ever tried Kapow to mine. I tried mining Bitcoin with it as well, and I could get it connect and work. But yeah, I am not really sure. Payout today was 3.81 US, so your estimate is close to number of rigs. Payout today was $3.81 US. Okay, that's interesting. 381 from the you got a payout in $3.81 from one CPU in using Rainbow Miner. Is that what you're saying, Crypto Perks? I gotta switch that over, or what? I'm confused. I don't know what's going on anymore now. I am mining Dynex with tiny Quadro P1000 4GB 1.1 kilohash and watching the show at the same time. There's Black Sails hashing away and watching a crypto show. We have any more questions? We have any stuff happening up there? Yeah, I gotta look at this thing. So maybe, in theory, maybe if it's bouncing around these coins at the right time, it could be making that much because but then if everyone's using this miner, would everyone be switching at the same time? And then it's just like, you're just a constant switch, like a botnet. Boom, 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 boom. All over the place. Yeah, I don't know. It'd be crazy. We'll see. I probably should look into it. But then to get that, you need Windows for that, do you? Or is it all Linux? It's all Linux, maybe. But then I have to go into every single rig. It'd be a headache. But it might be worth it. Maybe it's worth it. So how does that work? How does Rainbow Miner pay you? I remember I asked this question before. I should just look into it. But instead of you don't need the wallets of everything. Is it like doing an auto swap for you? You getting paid out in like only Bitcoin or something, or can you pick what you get paid out in? You have 5 rigs and you got 381. Okay, that's for Rainbow Miner, 381 on 5 rigs. So let's just see here. 3.81 divided by 5. So that's about 76 cents each rig. That's not too bad. Yeah, pretty good, especially for bear markets. You might Kapow. Okay, we went through that. No, I didn't. But yeah, I'm curious. Does it pay out? Someone said it. I think it only pays out in a certain coin, like Bitcoin or something. So you don't really, because I thought originally you had to set up a wallet for every coin you want to swap to, and then it bounces all over the place. But I think it does only pay out in like Bitcoin or something like that. So let's do an auto swap. I don't know. I'll have to look into it. It's definitely something interesting to try out. It's definitely supposed to be one of the most accurate and best profit switching programs out there for GPUs and CPUs. But again, it could be a headache to set up because you got to put in every single algorithm, every single pool, depending if it's a GPU or CPU, all your overclock settings, and yeah, it's gonna be insane. Auto swap with Zerg pool and Z pool to LTC. What? So that's just more to the mix. Auto swap with Zerg pool and Z pool to LTC. Huh, interesting. Yeah, I got to look into this stuff. Anyway, so are there any more questions, guys? Like I said, I got to run to town. It's going to be a pain. So we're just going to run through this chat, see if I missed anything. And what? Scrolling. Did I miss custom community? Is that what Fundwiser was mentioning about custom community? Thank you very much for the $2 Canadian. Have a Tim's coffee on me. Thanks for the stream. Oh my gosh, I missed that, didn't I? I just seen that there and I was like, uh-oh. I think this was what Fundwiser was talking about. I apologize. I missed that. I'm sorry. I must have been in one of my, unknown rants about something, not paying attention to nothing, daydreaming, la la land. I do that all the time. That's just the way we roll around here. We didn't even look at any crypto mining hardware. We've been here for over an hour, and now I got to run to town. So crazy. That's what Fundwiser was talking about. And customs. Yeah, that's what it was. I get it. I seen it now. Sorry. Good thing I scrolled up there. I missed it. I apologize. My bad. I failed. Thank you for the Tims. I have to go to town now. I'm going to get a Tims for real. Probably an ice cap. Probably like, what? Ice cap? Isn't it winter there? Yeah. Minus 40 outside in the middle of winter. I still get ice caps from Tim Hortons in the middle of winter time. Minus 40. I do that. That's me. That's the way I roll. Because it's not cold enough out yet. We're penguins. We live in igloos here. I'm just kidding. We don't. But I remember when I was younger. I was like 15 or something. I was playing like online game on dial-up. And someone was saying through like a chat. And it was Vent. You live in Canada? So you like live? You guys live in igloos and you got penguins as pets and everything? I was like, yeah, totally. And like they thought it was real, like legit. And I was like, oh my gosh! But it was awesome to play with the person. But yeah, anyway, that's what I do. I minus 40 out if I'm in town. I still get a nice cap because I love them. They're awesome. So good. I might get a poutine too from A&W. They make good poutine actually. Not sponsored in any way, shape, or form from A&W. Anyway, guys, I suppose we're gonna wrap up this live stream. It was a lot of fun. Do you speak French? No, I don't. Well, bonjour, ça va? Comment t'appelles-tu? That's the only words I know. I don't know anything else. I can't even remember what those really mean. So technically, no, I don't speak French. I can't understand it at all. But yeah, anyway, thank you very much, guys. Thank you for checking out this live stream. We'll see you on the next one. Rabid out.